There it is.
Oh, thank goodness.
There we go.
All right, everything's...
There it goes.
Everything's
Say
okay
it next
now.
week. Okay.
How do you do? We're about to unfold the story of the son of Frankenstein.
This one is probably just as bad as his father. Good morning, son.
Well, hello.
My son, you have inherited the fortune of the Frankensteins. I trust you will not inherit their fate.
By heaven, I think you're a worse fiend than your father. What are you gonna do about it? There's a monster afoot and you know it.
Well, we've warned you.
You've been warned. Welcome back to Frankenstein Minute, the podcast that dissects the Universal film series.
Something or other.
Did I say dissects?
You said dissects.
Dissects the Universal film series.
Universal
Frankenstein film series.
We just go home and call it a day.
Shit. I mean, we're getting this. Yeah, I think it's fair to give up.
We've
this
come
would be a good
far
time to
enough.
stop.
We're at the halfway, so you know.
I'm Bill Evenson.
That makes me Tom Lang, and you join us for minute 51 of Universal's 1939 Son of Frankenstein.
That's the one.
And let's see here. Yeah,
Krog.
Krog has been talking about the sulfur pit in Wolf's lab.
Yeah, he scoffed at the end of last week's
He
episode.
said it could be a health resort.
And then he scoffed.
And then he scoffs.
And then this week he says,
I think it would be fun to run a newspaper. Oh.
That's the tone you're getting from Krog?
Yeah.
It's a little
more lighthearted than that.
Yeah, but it's also
it's that
I could do without it. They could cut that like a
resort.
second. Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to complain about Atwell.
No, see, that's the thing.
In this movie.
In my edit, I leave
It'd be more
most
Atwell.
everything of I'll find it from other films and put them in because
So
you
just
can't get
'cause-
enough Lionel Atwell.
For people who are fans of the Tangent podcast, yesterday I watched a few seconds of someone's attempt to reconstruct Magnificent Ambersons.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so what he's done is animated it, and the style he's using for the animation is not unpleasant.
Okay.
I'll send it to you. It's not over the top. It looks like someone's, say, charcoal drawings brought to
so
life,
it's not
which
like
is really kind of neat.
Terry Gilliam sort of cut out thing. With the mouth.
Like South Park, where just da 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 da, the mouths are like Pac-Man. No, not quite.
Okay.
In fact, you can't see even make out faces in this one. It's just an early version. But also, the guy says he hasn't cast actors yet, so he's just reading all of the lines himself. Okay. And if you remember, what got cut out of Magnificent Ambersons is very emotional scenes.
Yes, it is.
So he's doing these emotional scenes in a sort of flat tone, like, it's not that bad, but I couldn't watch it. I don't get it. I don't know.
So what is he using as his guide?
Basis for...
Yeah, his guide.
Is there... I don't
know if there's a script. Or
so I kind of flipped through the article to get to the video
cutting
part.
Continuity or anything like that.
I think there's a script.
Okay.
The other thing about it is Wells and his team of actors, whatever they're called, the Mercury Theater,
Players.
did a radio version.
That's
so
true.
I always think,
You
is
find
there
that.
anything you can get out of that?
Yeah, find that and pull whatever you can. Yeah.
That seems like such an obvious idea. I'm guessing somebody's checked.
I think it's on the Blu-ray I have. So.
Okay, somebody's probably already checked this, and all the actors are probably playing the wrong parts or something. There must be some reason
Wells
we can't
kind
do
of a
this.
thing to do.
Yeah. Okay, so
Anyway.
that's something that I saw. We could do. We could add more
We could
Atwell.
add more Atwell. Just animate him in.
We could add more Igor.
Yeah, Wolf says possibly, just sort of dismissively, to the idea that it's a health resort.
Well, I mean, it is kind of funny to see a movie that's this fucking old, where people are making fun of the way people used to be. Like, oh, that's what they used to think was healthy.
Yeah.
Like nowadays, we know to smoke cigars and eat steaks and steak and eggs for breakfast, and all the healthy things that we know are good for you.
Yep. Increased its intensity to over 800 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yep, Krog seems to know a lot about this town.
He does.
He knows the temperature of Wolf's backyard, you know?
He runs the little museum they have at Frankenstein City Hall there. Little sideline that he's got.
And it's very carefully curated to avoid any mention of,
Henry
that event.
Yeah.
Pretorius gets no there's no needle point.
No love
in the
for
court.
Yeah, needle point of the monster. It's that scene where they're sitting on the little love seat thing at the end of the film.
Okay. No, well, he wouldn't have had time to do that because he dies immediately. But he could have done it. He could have done their crest, the Frankenstein crest
with the arm holding the lightning and the.
I like to think that's what he did. That's why he put in the lightning.
The lion horse.
And the lion horse.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening.
So I'm wondering that if it's increased to 800 degrees Fahrenheit, it would be virtually impossible to be in that lab.
Yes, I agree.
You would be parboiled.
Yeah, you would think that they might be in danger of being parboiled at breakfast. Here,
yeah, the heat,
tea or whatever.
The heat and the stink would be absolutely intolerable.
Yeah, 800 is a lot.
That's a lot of heat.
Yeah, if I turn on the oven, right, and I turned it to 400 and then left it open,
that's really hot.
That's really fucking hot. Yeah. Even just going up to it and opening it.
Yeah. So 800. Wow.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens. The metric system became compulsory in Germany on January 1st. Do you want to try and guess what year?
1939. No, I have no idea. 1970 something? I have no idea. No idea.
1872.
Are you serious? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so
we've been backwards for longer than you think.
Oh, I guess
on this
so.
Issue.
And we tried in the 70s, but we're all just so fucking stupid we couldn't grasp it. Or stubborn.
I like stubborn better because I don't care.
I don't care. To me it seems like it's an easier system because it's all by 5s and 10s, and a meter is, you don't have to break it down by 3s like you do a yard.
Doing things the easy way is not how we roll here.
I guess not.
I remember I saw in Austria it became compulsory in 1876. I don't know, I'm throwing that out there just because I don't know, just because it's on topic, I guess.
Okay.
But a long fucking time ago is my point.
So you're saying that he would not say Fahrenheit?
That's what I'm saying, but then again, there's an assumption that all of these things are translated, right? So that's kind of dumb. Okay, so then he says this, and then Wolf confirms it. That's correct.
That's right.
Yep. Everybody knows. I went down there and measured it's 800.
It's hot.
Did you say it's hot? There you go. That's right. It's fucking hot.
Yeah, it was a Tex Avery cartoon. You'd have a thermometer say hotter Nell.
There you go. And then it would
pop out of the top. Yeah.
There you go.
Maybe Tex Avery should have directed this film.
Well, it certainly couldn't be any better.
Couldn't have. Even the stoutest Roman couldn't go in there without being parboiled to the bone.
Yeah, the stoutest Roman. So he hates Romans. It's like, fuck those guys. Parboil.
Evidently, no one connected with the film knows what parboiled actually means.
Means partially boil.
Yeah. So at 800 degrees, you'd be either liquefied or burst into flame.
Yeah,
Not parboiled.
I have all of this. I actually asked Jackie, I said, what does parboil mean? And she said, partially boil.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah.
Yeah, Don too.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah, we talked about it too.
So they didn't know. I didn't know.
I did.
I just knew it from this movie. So I
really?
assumed it meant
heard it.
Instantaneously
immolate.
Your skin, I think, would immediately melt.
Yeah.
I would guess that all of your skin would be completely
like your soft
gone.
Tissues would liquefy.
Yeah, it would completely melt off your body.
It's like that guy at the end of the Peter Lorre guy at the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark. You just sort of melt away.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. I thought you were going to say the guy at the end of Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
No such film.
But you do know the guy. He's Darth Vader.
No. I reject your reality and substitute my own.
He falls in lava. Is this worse than lava? Probably worse than lava. 800 degrees. I guess it depends on lava.
Lava would have to be hotter than that.
Would it?
Molten rock?
Okay.
Don't you think? I don't know.
So
if you know, send a postcard to Belong Dead Studios.
Yep, a postcard. It has to be a postcard.
Yeah, we should announce the winner of the Black Sleep essay contest. Jeff Elston won that because it was the only essay we got, and his essay was
if nobody else enters, I'll take it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the essay.
That's the winning essay.
Congratulations,
Jeff. So
your Blu-ray is on the way.
Next time I see you, yeah.
So Bon Jovi has an album called something like 500 degrees Fahrenheit or 600 degrees Fahrenheit or something like that. And I remember, hearing that that's the temperature at which rock boils or melts or whatever.
Is it? Okay.
Because as everybody knows, Bon Jovi is a fucking hard rock and metal. They're very metal. They're considered like the kings of metal.
We're talking about the same Bon Jovi here, right?
I don't know. But
the Kings of Mediocrity, perhaps.
Yeah, they're kind of,
But,
I mean, I don't care about Bon Jovi one way or the other, really.
Well, see, here's the thing. When I worked at Tidal Wave, which here in Minneapolis was a record and video store, it was like the first one in the area to combine music and video under the same roof, really.
Okay.
And the day I started was when his big breakthrough album, whatever the fuck it was, heard it 3 times a day for weeks on end. I fucking hate Bon Jovi.
I can see that. He's on the radio still. Like, that hasn't stopped. He's on the radio now.
I know.
And when he comes on, I'm kind of fascinated now. It's been around so long that it's kind of fascinating to me to listen to his voice because it's unpleasant.
It is extremely unpleasant.
It's mostly unpleasant.
It's become a reflex where
I kind of like Runaway. Like, when that song came out, I was like, oh, I don't know who this is. Do you remember the song Runaway?
No.
It was before that one.
No.
You've heard it.
I'm sure I have.
She's a little runaway.
Oh, is that him?
That's him.
Oh, see, I would have thought that was Tom Petty, but that's
how
much I know.
Perfect.
I don't care that one way or the other. But yeah, now it's a reflex.
It's just an excuse for Doc Ivan to draw things at this point. We're not.
None of this has any bearing on anything.
But it is whatever people write in, send a postcard. What's the name of the album by Bon Jovi? I'm confident that it's less than 800. You know what? It's probably 1,200.
You know, why don't we
Google it?
Yeah, because that's interesting to hear for people at home listening to us farting around on our phones looking shit up, right?
Bon Jovi albums.
You know, I think more interesting is
what the actual temperature is. Why don't you do that and I'll do this?
I got that.
Bon Jovi's had 15 studio albums. Am I going to find out that this...
it takes temperature between 600 and 1,300 degrees Celsius. So that's 1,100 to 2,400 degrees Fahrenheit for rock to melt.
Excellent. Would you like to know the name of the Bon Jovi album?
I'd like nothing more.
Why don't you guess? Just based on what you know about me and how my memory works and how accurate I am on these things.
700 degrees Fahrenheit. I have no idea.
In a way, it's closer. 7,800 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay, sure.
Okay. If I click on that, will it tell me what it's...
Why is it named that?
The album's title is a reference to the supposed melting point of rock, which is equivalent to 4,313 degrees Celsius. In the United States, the Fahrenheit scale is in general use, suggesting the album consists of American hot rock. Yeah, I think we're done here. Do you got anything else for 51?
No, I'm good. We'll call it a day.
It's all going.
Yeah, Parboil, huh?
Yeah. And then...
well, if you do pick the strangest places, ha 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 ha.
Yes, we're going to talk about her a few times over the coming weeks.
Yeah.
She's not great here. She calls him Woof, which I think is cute. Oh, Woof. You do pick the strangest places.
I think she actually says Wolf, but Don's leaving. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Bye. And he didn't pick that place. There's nothing. There's no.
He didn't pick that. No, his father did.
Yes. I mean, I don't know. I guess in a way, he made the decision to continue to
use it.
So I guess.
Fine.
Oh, Woof. You do pick the strangest places.
What other strange places has he picked, though? Oh, no.
Sorry, it seemed like that's where you were going with
the
that.
lip of Mount Vesuvius. Picked that as a place to do his
yeah, that was where his lab was. He had a lab there.
A Mongolian yurt in Dorngavi. That's one of the places. Yeah,
I don't know that one.
Glacier in the Antarctica and on the surface of the sun. So he does pick really strange places too.
How hot? All right.
How hot is the surface of the sun?
How hot is the surface of the sun?
Hey Siri, how hot is the surface of the sun?
The temperature of the surface of the sun is 5,770 Kelvin, which is 5,500 Celsius, or 10,000 F.
We'll have
10,000 F.
We have to pay a little bit to Apple for the use of that audio.
That's that audio. There's your...
10,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's the title of this episode.
That's right. I'll try to find the font. I'll try to find the font that Bon Jovi used. Yeah. Oh dear, I like to see how you fixed it up, says Krog.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else about?
No.
odd places that he...
No, I just really thought you were going the other way with the Bob. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah, no, I do, and we're not going to
Okay.
elaborate on it.
Okay.
Wolf sneers at that. Yeah, come there sometime and parboil you.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic. I think this delivery of this line, everything about it is fantastic. He looks at him and he says it, and he can tell he's not 100% sure how it's going to go over, but he's relaxed. He's changed from the surprise that made it so uncomfortable at first.
I think he's trying to be ingratiating and
maybe even a little threatening too. Like I feel like it acknowledges their antagonistic relationship. And Parboil You.
The laugh he does though is kind of a dickhead sort of laugh.
I didn't take it that way. I took it as
he's trying to take the temperature of the room.
Kind of that, right? That's the nervous part of it.
I can see that. I always thought he was sort of sneering at him, but Crow doesn't seem to think so because he laughs. He's pretty jocular about the
ultimately, but at first he's nervous.
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to take it at first. It's a good setup. All this talk about a sulfur pit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
now we've introduced two main pillars for the film, in my opinion. The bell. We all know the bell.
Bell's coming.
Well, the sound of the bell.
Wait a minute. Wait.
The sound can only mean one thing. It's time for our weekly tradition,
which hasn't been done in
spell update.
3 months now, but that's okay.
You haven't been cutting these out, have you?
No.
All right, but I do want to give that one update on this minute 51. Still no bell, but I'm confident you wouldn't set up something like that.
It's only a matter of time.
It's only a matter of time.
Yeah.
Now we have a new one, in my opinion, which is the sulfur pit. So now it's time. The sound of the
bubbling
sulfur
mass.
pit. Can only mean one thing. It's time for Bill's sulfur pit update. My goal is to get enough updates.
What?
My goal is to get enough updates in place that after, say, about another 6 months, you don't have to do these anymore. I'll just send you in a series of updates and you just cut them all together.
Oh, perfect. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, then we cut to...
Well, first,
okay.
Elsa is not laughing. I think that's funny that
I noticed
they're all laughing, and they cut to the wide, and she's
just
not laughing.
Boys, ugh.
Yeah, she's not doing that either.
No,
she looks like she's about to enter into a coma. And I don't blame her because the next thing, as you say, that happens.
Yeah, well, big door opens really slowly.
Gigantic door.
Something really fucking cool is going to happen,
this is a big moment in the film.
And no.
It's time for Bill's big giant door update.
There we go.
This is a big one. And then what comes around the door? A gun.
A
rifle.
Yep.
And who's holding that rifle?
That fucking kid again.
It's the kid, yeah.
Maybe he'll accidentally shoot himself with the gun and do us all a favor.
That would be really tragic.
Awesome.
It would be really tragic.
Would it?
Well, yes, it would be very tragic. Okay, so...
For who?
For Wolf.
Yeah, okay. Wolf seems about only... and Amelia. They seem like the only two that really like this kid.
Yeah,
Elsa barely tolerates
mostly
him.
Disinterested.
Yeah.
And the rest annoyed.
Yeah.
She wavers between disinterested and annoyed in her love for Peter. What asshole decided that "Well, hello" should be the catchphrase for this little fuck?
Fucking V. Lee, whatever his name is.
Like somebody was really enamored of this kid, and this
I think
is
it was
the
Lee.
thing.
Roland V. Lee has said that he thought he was charming, and I'm sure he was off camera. I've heard everybody loved hanging out with him, but it just does not translate to the finished film.
Yeah,
he just doesn't give a performance, and it's not his fault because he's 4.
Yeah, 4 is.
I'm not going to blame him for a shitty performance. I blame Lee for letting it go as okay. That's a suitable take.
Yeah,
because the subtitle says something like "Mother, may I come in?"
Isn't that what he says?
We have to take the subtitles word for it because it's all just garbled gibberish.
Mother, may I come in? No, it's Mother, may I come in? It's just a lot of syllables. I think the reason that you're getting confused is Donnie uses a lot of syllables. Like, how many syllables are in "Well, hello"? When I say it, it's 3. That's the number.
Yeah, so
when he says
7.
it's 6 or 7. Well, is that 2?
Hello. Oh.
So that's 3. So I guess it's 5.
5. And he asks Mother, and she doesn't respond at all. She doesn't do anything.
That's true.
And Wolf
Good
is
for
like,
her.
come on in, son.
Yeah, let's get this show on the road.
Yeah. The 2
I've
most
been
annoying
trying to figure out how to get rid of Krog.
The 2 most annoying characters in the whole film seem to just love each other.
Oh, my.
Wolf and Peter just seem to...
Okay, most annoying, I guess.
Name another one. Who else is...
That
Other
fucking
than
guy who
Perry
can't act.
Ivans.
Perry Ivan. Fritz.
Yeah, he's in, 2 scenes, so...
Yeah, barely.
Yeah, so we can't, kind of throw him out. Amelia's kind of
Most
annoying.
annoying is the thing. So you're saying, that's a very specific thing. So fine, you can have Peter and Wolf. Yeah, those are the most annoying.
Yeah.
But that's not how I judge a film generally. I don't go to Citizen Kane and go, who were the 2 most annoying characters in Citizen Kane?
Bernstein and... let me think.
See, that's no kind of way to judge a movie. Who are the 2
I'm
most
not judging
annoying
the movie.
characters
I'm not
in
judging
Plan
the-
9 from Outer Space?
Boy, where do you even start? I'm not judging the movie on it. I'm just judging those characters as being annoying.
I see. They love each other. Okay. Well,
They tolerate each other.
They seem to have some sort of relationship.
Come
on in, son.
Oh, fuck, here we go.
He
bows to...
He gives a little bow.
Bows to Krog. How
That's
do you do?
Annoying, too. I don't like the bow. I'm not a fan.
No, it's dumb.
It's dumb.
He was brought up in America where we don't bow.
Yeah, that's not an American thing to do.
Yeah. Again, Peter supposedly says you're not supposed to shake hands with the left hand, but I remain unconvinced.
Oh.
That's what he actually says. Because it's... is what he actually says.
I just realized at some point I put in my notes, I don't think there's a worse series of words in cinema history than Well Hello followed by Mother May I Come in.
Yes.
Yeah, so you're not convinced that you're not supposed to shake hands
No,
with
I'm not convinced that that's what he's actually saying, because again, there's 12 extra syllables in there that...
This one in particular, this might be the most egregious. Well, that's fine, but also...
Oh, no, the worst is yet to come.
The first syllable... Oh, is it?
Oh, the worst is yet to come.
This line in particular, the first syllable, is like he's going for a different line altogether. He says, you're not supposed to do the half hand.
Yeah.
We're not able to really recreate this. If we have any listeners in Memphis, which is where he was raised... And you have
a 4-year-old.
He wasn't just raised in Memphis. If you have a 4-year-old in Memphis, I don't think every Memphis 4-year-old talks like this. So there has to be like an area outside of Memphis, like a deep south
rural,
kind of rural,
rednecky.
Lives in a shack. If you know anybody like that,
live in a shotgun shack. In another part of the world.
He was raised in the Bayou. Is there a Bayou in Memphis?
I don't know. I've never.
Do you remember the Cajun chef?
Yeah.
Bam! Did he say that? That's somebody else.
That's Emerald. I guarantee what was his catchphrase.
Cayenne pepper. He put
cayenne pepper.
That's he grew up to be that.
You grew up to be the Cajun.
People didn't know.
Cajun chef.
He did Bambi, Son of Frankenstein, Tower of London, and then went to war.
He was in the Marines for a long time, and then he became the Cajun chef.
Yeah.
And Krog admits that it's very rude of him to shake hands with his left hand.
Yes, is it?
No, you can't help it.
No, well, sure. Okay, he is talking to a kid, so he's.
I think he's just placating.
Yes, he's placating.
Yeah.
But also, I looked it up. Why do we shake hands with our right hand? And
well, we really don't anymore because of COVID. But yeah, why?
Oh,
why
true.
was
we
that a thing?
Shouldn't do that.
Yeah,
now we do the fist bump.
Don't do that.
They should do the fist bump in this.
Elbow
bump. This fact, why do we shake hands with our right hand, is, for me personally, impossible to figure out, because everybody on the internet thinks they know what the fuck they're talking about, and nobody cites the source. But one of the things that seems at least the most compelling is that most people are right-handed, and that's your sword hand.
Oh, sure.
So it's a friendly thing to do is to move your sword to your left hand and then offer your right to say, I don't have a sword in this hand.
I'm not going to kill you is basically what it's saying.
Yeah.
I'm not going to slice you in two.
Did you see the movie Django Unchained?
I have not.
Okay, well, I kind of don't want to spoil it.
No, I probably won't.
But it's possible to come up to somebody and with the intention of shaking their hand and then have a weapon materialize in your hand.
Oh, that's nothing new. Nothing Quentin Tarantino ever does is new.
Okay, well.
Everybody else has done it before, so.
I was just looking at your Tarantino section there. You got a pretty good section.
It is there.
Well, you got like 10 movies there, and he only made 9.
I've got them all.
We haven't watched Django?
True Romance is in there. He didn't technically make that. He just wrote the screenplay.
Yeah, it is. He does the commentary on that.
Yeah, he does.
Did I tell you about watching True Romance? It doesn't hold up for me.
Oh, no. We were talking about it when we were in California, and I started to watch it when I got back to see, oh, no, it does not.
Yeah, it's not
at all.
It's not the same experience. I think I said this too, and it's probably been on the podcast, but people don't listen.
No.
We just fast forwarded to the Dennis Hopper, Christopher Walken scene.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
Like, that holds up. Yeah. That's just an amazing thing that happened. How often does that happen?
Yeah, right. I can live a long and happy life not having seen Django Unchained.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood either, but...
You know, I have a big... people who maybe haven't been to Belong Dead Studios North, I would say most of the listeners probably haven't.
Yeah, no, they haven't. It's located, if you're curious, it's in the east wing of Stately Lang Manor, Mach 5, in case you're curious of where it's located. Heavily guarded.
And similar to Belong Studios, what am I then? Just south or just regular?
Regular.
Oh, we're Maine. I'm the Maine.
The Maine.
There's a lot of movies on the wall, so there's a lot of distraction while we're talking. And I'm like, oh, look at that Kurosawa set has Toshiro Mifune's picture on the, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So these are the kind of things I think about. And now that we've reached the points in our lives that we have, where you're looking forward to making your second colonoscopy appointment, that kind of thing. Yeah, we're not going to watch all these fucking movies. Too many.
Yeah, I got a stack right here that most of these I just got. Should we go through it?
Sure.
This is from Eureka in England. It's the 3 Monster Tales of Sci-Fi Terror set. Man-Made Monster, Monolith Monsters, and Monster on the Campus, none of which are great.
But Man-Made Monster is a...
Man-Made Monster put Cheney on the horror map, and it's got Atwell. The only reason I picked it up is because we have Stephen Jones, Kim Newman, Jonathan Rigby. They're all doing commentaries.
Okay.
And you cannot beat those guys.
Yeah.
This side of Tom Weaver, they're the best. We have Halloween Kills.
The most recent Rondo Award winner for commentary, Tom Weaver.
Of course.
Yeah.
Halloween Kills, have you seen that?
I really, really believe one day I will watch the one right before that.
Okay.
So this is on the list of things that may never happen.
An odd choice for Criterion, I put The Girl Can't Help It.
Paul McCartney's favorite movie.
Is it?
I don't know. He talks about it a lot. He considers it a big moment in history. He talks about it at the beginning of the Beatles story as if this was a big moment for all of them to learn about. And then it's on TV while they're making the White Album.
Okay.
And they're so inspired. They go into the studio that day and record, you guessed it, Birthday. That Beatles classic, Birthday. I love Birthday, but most people don't.
No, it's not a great song. I think I think what it is it has like Little Richard, Fats Domino, Julie London, Gene Vincent, The Platters, and Eddie Cochran, and more.
That's cool. See, I mean, I want to see it.
So it's important for that regard. I got it because I like Frank Tashlin as a director.
Okay.
He went from doing Looney Tunes to live action.
Yeah, so wow.
There is a sort of cartoon sensibility to his work.
In the Beatles anthology, they do have a clip from it when she's walking up the stairs. What's her name? I forgot.
Jane Mansfield.
Jane Mansfield's going up the stairs, and the guy looks up this. Well, one guy's holding the milkman's there, and the milk explodes. That's pretty.
Out. It's pretty.
Very, very specific.
Straight out of Tex Avery again.
And then the other guy's glasses break.
Yeah. We also have a Dr. Phibes double feature. The Abominable Dr. Phibes.
I've never seen either one of these.
Rises Again. They're fun. They're kind of campy. Robert Faust, or however you say his name, he's a very stylish director.
Joseph Cotton?
Joseph Cotton.
Wow.
Peter Cushing.
Peter Cushing? Well, really?
Yeah.
For
like 3 minutes.
Okay.
It was, I think, shortly after his wife died, just to kind of dip his toes back in the water to get back into it, I believe.
What year are you talking about?
Yep. The second one is... 72.
Okay.
Then we have The Loved One. It's a very strange satire of the funeral industry in California.
Well, that is where everybody on the Frankenstein film series has died.
Has died, pretty much, yeah.
So I guess there could be an industry, sure.
Sure. Follow us on what? Where should they follow us?
We're now, just for a brief period, we're just asking people to please don't follow us. Because we're trying to take a break from you.
A little paranoid.
You're annoying us. How many minutes was that?
34, so it'll cut down to just under 30 probably.
Okay.